Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and share. And be sure to hit that notification bell so you know when I'm posting more videos and you'll never miss one. Thank you, peace, and enjoy the video. Yeah, about to go up in here, check out this fall of Skywalker. We'll see. Hopefully it ain't no bullshit. I haven't looked at any reviews, so I guess y'all find out. Optimistic I am, but I'm going into it with an open mind. To be continued. Deuces. Yeah, that happened. How do I feel? It wasn't trash. It wasn't good either. It was decent. Of the three, it's probably I don't know, it's close between that and Force Awakens. So between the three was the best one. I will say one thing though, get those Game of Thrones season 8 feels. All I got to say, what trash, wasn't good, but it was lazy. See you for the review.
It's your boy Minute. Welcome to the Vendetta Army.
What up, guys? It's your boy, Big Will, Minute. Here it is. Fall of Skywalker. I'm gonna try to keep it spoiler free, but it's my reaction. Now, I saw it yesterday. You probably already seen my post, or my and my post, initial reaction, entering and leaving the theater. Wanted to take a day and think on it before I actually gave my review. First of all, what did I think of the movie? Well, it wasn't trash, but it wasn't good either. I was going into it expecting it to be trash, but it wasn't trash. It just wasn't good either. I kind of got the same feeling that I had with season 7 and season 8 of Game of Thrones. Like, disappointed. It's like they had a big storyboard in front of them with all the plots, twists, everything that involved Disney Star Wars. Because these 3 movies I'm going to consider Disney Star Wars. This is not Star Wars. This is Disney Star Wars. They had all these things that they needed and knew they had to wrap up because this is the last one. And they just start taking them in their hand and start throwing them against the wall. Okay, we gotta finish this out. Boom. Okay, well, gotta answer this question. Boom. And it's almost like they crammed 2 movies, maybe even 3, into one movie. And it wasn't super long. I mean, like I said, it wasn't trash. This was the funniest of the 3. I mean, the movie I want to see the Finn and Poe movie. Because Finn, Poe, with C-3PO. That's the movie I want to see. You know, give me that movie and I'm all for it, because in C-3PO, he's never been that funny. I was like, wow. Like the humor, and it had to be reshoots. It had to be reshoots, because we've heard all the drama that's been going on with the reshoots and calling in Lucas to make a movie watchable, because the first two screenings were like, they said were unwatchable. But anybody who looked at the leaks are absolutely true. Absolutely true. The leaks were completely and utterly true. Everything that you heard happened. This pretty much was a fan service film. Lots of callbacks, not just visually, but also like the music, the score. From the moment that you see the Death Star, or the Emperor, you hear the music, and it just gives you the feels. Certain people coming back into play, or certain things that you see. It was all fan service. And they did that because of the convoluted story and how they just rushed everything. It was just it felt like the D&D from a Game of Thrones wrote this movie. It just felt super rushed. And there were certain things, like Rey in this movie, to me was just pretty much everything she did was cringeworthy. Not cringeworthy as to what she was doing was bad. It's just that how is she able to do this now? Of all 9 movies, she's doing this. Nobody's ever done it before, and she's doing it this quickly. It's like she's Super Saiyan Jedi. All of a sudden, after, I don't know, less than a year, maybe 2 of training. And I know we figure out because her lineage, maybe, but come on. Seriously, you got to give us a little bit more than that, explanation-wise. But like I said, it wasn't trash. It may sound like I'm harping on it, but it wasn't trash. It wasn't a trash movie. It just wasn't good. It's probably the best of the Disney Star Wars films, because I do think it's better than Force Awakens. You know, so I will put it. It's a close tie between Fall of Skywalker and Force Awakens. The Last Jedi is trash. It's the last one by far. It's the worst movie. But this one, I mean, it's hard to explain. It's really hard to explain. It's just sitting in there. And from the moment that the scroll went, it just pissed me off. From how they explain, because how they set up the movie, it's just like, wow, really? The Emperor is back, and now he's got this new fleet. You know, it's like out of nowhere. Like there were no inklings of it at all. You know, through the first 2 movies, there was no hint of it at all. Now we're going to spoiler territory now. And then you go and Kylo Ren starts off the movie going to go find the Emperor. He finds the Emperor and he sees these other snooks there. All this stuff is in there. So he confronts the Emperor. He said, I want to kill you, Emperor. The Emperor's like, man, whatever. He disregards him. Tells him to basically go kill the girl, go kill the scavenger. You know, once Rey dead. That's Kylo's whole mission, the whole movie. Is to get Rey and kill Rey. Kylo like, no, I want to use Rey. I want to turn Rey to the dark side because I feel there's something in Rey. So that's his whole mission, the whole movie. The Emperor wants him to do one thing, but he's on a totally different agenda because he wants him and Rey to get together and overthrow the Emperor. And the Emperor has this brand new fleet, the Final Order, that every single ship has a planet killer on it. Every single ship has a planet killer. And this fleet has just been chilling for 2 movies. There's been no inkling of them. That's what I'm talking about when I say lazy. It's like you take shit, you throw it against the wall, and you see what's gonna stick. And it's lazy writing. But I mean, visually and everything like that, the movie, it wasn't a bad movie. It's just that the concept and the way they just was throwing, they throw so much stuff at you in this movie, so much stuff. It's like the viewer becomes a bit overwhelmed by everything that they throw at you in this movie. You find yourself going, okay, I don't know what to, like my head is like spinning, is on a swivel, and all the callbacks, and, it jumps around, and they introducing characters like boom, boom. We don't get to know these characters at all. They just throwing them in there, like Carrie Fisher's character, the fake bounty hunter. There's some substance there between her and Poe. We don't get to feel none of that. But Poe's humor in this kind of makes you kind of overlook it. You know that there's something there, but hit the little jabs, and he's great in the movie, comic relief wise. He's great in the movie. Find out that he ran Spice, and him and Finn remind me of Falcon and Winter Soldier, chemistry wise. Like I said, I want to see the Finn Poe movie. And then they introduced the black chick on the poster that you assume is going to be maybe Finn's love interest. It's kind of introduced to kind of throw her in at the end of the movie, and then she becomes like a mainstay. She's with Finn through the crucial parts of the end of the movie. We still don't know who she is, except that they both used to be Stormtrooper. I met Finn this and this. Well, I was 2-3 this and this. Oh, we're the same. We're all the same. Boom, we're together. Now come fight with us and help me through this crucial part of the movie. Okay, and then a little bitty droid, the same with BB-8, that was on the Sith ship. More comic relief. C-3PO was way more funny in this. I guess because now how it was to be a funny droid in every Star Wars movie now. It was just all over the place. It was jumping so much, and the throwback scene over they saying, because I guess Leia did Jedi training and became a full-fledged Jedi, has her own lightsaber that she ends up giving to Rey. She trained with Luke right after Return of the Jedi, and went through Jedi training, but then gave it up when Kylo turned to the dark side. Then she trains Rey, so she's master of Leia. She's Rey's master. That's who's going through the rest of Rey's training since Luke puffed in the smoke. Maz is back. It was good to see Maz, but she never put her glasses on, and she looked weird without having her glasses down over her face. So that was a little weird to see. Billy D, of course, was great to see Billy D. He looked good, considering we all know Billy D's not in the best health. But he looked pretty good. So his story, and then him getting to be back in the Millennium Falcon. Finally, eventually, we seen in the trailers, he ends up getting back in the Millennium Falcon. That was good to see. Chewie actually getting his medal, because everybody know that was a big thing. And then letting Chewie actually show like legit emotion when Leia dies. Like he was distraught and mad to where he didn't want anybody around him or touching him. That was kind of sad too, when because Leia like pretty much sacrifices herself to save Rey, because Kylo's about to kill Rey. Final blow. He finally got an upper hand on her after all the fights they done had, and he done went through his whole training. But I guess her year and a half that she spent between Luke and Leia just made her the Goku of Jedis. But Kylo was about to put it on her, but he felt his mom reach out to him, said his name, caused him to pause, gave great opportunity to kill him. But wait a minute, Rey has the ability to heal now with the Force. Not just sense healing, like we've seen Obi-Wan do. Sense how someone's doing the presence. No, she lays hands on him and heals wounds. We saw her do this earlier in the movie with like the huge snake type thing. Like heal the wound completely, completely heals it. So now as a Jedi, you can heal people and bring people back to life, basically. What? This what we do now? after 9 movies, now, okay, so Omega Ray can do this now. That's what we do. See, things like that. Like, you just introducing stuff without any context. But that was just some of the things that was like, wow, dude. If they'd have introduced this stuff slightly, in any type of way, in other movies, it wouldn't have been as bad. But just to throw it on us in the last movie, without any explanation, there's like no backstory behind it, or no inkling of her maybe showing training how to do that. She didn't even know she can do it. She just felt that, okay, I think I can do that. And them alluding to Finn maybe being force sensitive, just out of nowhere. We all thought that from the very first trailer, when we thought Finn was going to be the one who may be a Skywalker or something like that. But then it kind of went away from it in Last Jedi. And now all of a sudden now, he can feel the force now, or he can feel Rey. And then I'm not going to tell you the most cringy thing ever was at the end, right before when Kylo, because Rey basically kills the Emperor, because the Emperor wants to use Rey, because Rey is a Palpatine, by the way. She's a Palpatine. Those who saw the leaks should know that already. She's a Palpatine because her dad apparently is Palpatine's son, and he wasn't bad. And who did it? And you're like, okay. And he sent a bounty hunter, a stealth bounty hunter type person, to retrieve Rey, but they took and put her on Jakku, and then left. That's the scene we keep seeing with Rey watching her parents leave, and then he catches back up with them, asks where she is. They say you'll never find her, and he kills them on the Emperor's orders. So I was like, oh, okay, really? So they just, it's like, after all the time we've been wanting an explanation, that's the explanation. And so she's a Palpatine. And apparently Luke and Leia knew the whole time. Maybe that's why Luke saw the darkness in her or whatever, but Leia still trained her. So, and the fact that Palpatine's even back just kind of shits on original Star Wars. Like, what did Han, Leia, and Luke go through everything for to defeat the Emperor if he's just back now? But apparently he was going to use Rey, like she was supposed to kill him, and then he was going to take over her essence and put his body in her and basically reincarnate himself through her. But because of the bond that Kylo and Rey have, he was able to use their essence and bring him back, because Kylo has a vision with his father and pretty much goes to the good side. You know what I'm saying? Throws his lightsaber away, gets rid of his mask that he just had rebuilt. Thank you, JJ, for bringing the mask back after Ryan destroyed the mask, and he brought the mask back. He brings the mask back just to get rid of it. So then now Kylo's good after having a talk with his dad. So now he's on the good side, so he goes to help Rey, and that's how he gets caught up, because they do this whole little mind meld thing where they can see each other in different places but still interact. It's a pretty nice scene where Rey was about to go at it with Palpatine and his followers, lightsaber battle, and at the same time Kylo was trying to get to her. He gets surrounded by the Knights of Ren, who were badass, by the way. Surrounded by the Knights of Ren, but he has no lightsaber because he threw his away. She has hers, well, Luke's and Leia's lightsabers with her, and Kylo does the whole mind meld thing with her, and they see each other, but nobody else knows they see each other. He kind of gives her the nod. She's with Palpatine. He's not. Gives her a nod. He puts his hand behind his back. Rey puts her hand behind his back. He comes back with the lightsaber. Okay, what is this? This new stuff that all of a sudden that she can do. It's crazy what they were doing. Just pulling stuff out of their butt and throwing it against the wall and telling us just to eat it like it's cool. So they do that and they fight, pretty nice little fight, and then like I said, he tosses him away after he gets the power, or whatever. You know, and he pretty much kills them, basically. But didn't really kill him. He threw him away, but kills Rey. He has the full power. He shoots his Sith lightning into the air because the fleet is about to get decimated because they called in the cavalry. You know, put the call out to not just the resistance, but anybody who wants to stand up to the Empire. It's the little classic moment of, we gotta fight it ourselves. We do good, but there's too many of them. All right, guys, it's our last stand. It's nice knowing you guys, type thing. And then Solo kind of like on the left moment, on the left, Cap on the left. You know, you hear Lando Calrissian, and he comes with a whole bunch of other ships. Like, that's that scene you see where they got all those ships, and they start taking out the fleet. But he does his Sith lightning and like disrupts like all the power to all those ships. And that's when Rey gets up, because she wasn't dead, she was knocked out, and takes both lightsabers, because she gets Kylo's lightsaber because he's been tossed into this pit, forms an X, and takes out the Emperor with just, I guess, force spirit bomb type thing, and just disintegrates the Emperor. Like, the Emperor didn't do, I think he did a couple of force pushes, didn't pick up a lightsaber, didn't do pretty much anything but talk shit, and do force powers, force lightning. Everything is taken out by Rey, who used a force spirit bomb and disintegrates him. But by doing that, I guess, took that much out of her that it kills her. Kylo comes up to her, uses the force heal that everybody apparently knows now, brings her back to life, but saps his energy, and then they kiss. Yes, Kylo and Rey embrace with a kiss, and then he dies, and then he forces away. Then Leia forces away back on the planet. They force away together. And everybody is, you know, but then the fighters in the fleet, they win that war up there, you know, by destroying the ship. Big, huge battle. I'm not gonna go too much into that. It's a pretty nice scene. The final battle scene was a good scene. Like, it's hard to mess up action. You know, I'm not complaining about the action, I'm complaining about the context. You know, they complete all that. They defeating, because they're on the moons of Endor, so they fan to the Wookiees, who see the end battle and all the ships falling. They cut back to the main planet. They go back to celebrate with everybody else, and they pan, and we get a little LGBT moment with two women who didn't have any lines. I don't think they were even on screen at all, maybe in the background, and they don't even really put the camera on them. It's like a left to right pan shot where everybody's celebrating, and you see two women kiss. So that's the LGBT moment in the movie. So it is there for those wondering if they were going to do that. No, it wasn't Finn and Poe. It was two no-names. And that pretty much was it until the very end. She goes back to God, what is Anakin and Luke's Tatooine? I'm pretty sure it was Tatooine, or it may have been Jakku. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it was Tatooine. She goes back to Tatooine and buries both lightsabers into the dirt with force power, and then has a yellow lightsaber. I don't know when she made, where she got kyber crystals from. So that's her lightsaber now. She buries the other two, and some random woman comes up. Well, who are you? Because there's another point in the movie where they went to this party, this festival, and somebody asked her what her name was. She said Rey. Well, what's your surname or whatever? Like, I don't have one. I'm just Rey. The same thing happened again this time with this older lady, but instead this time when she asked her what her Rey, who? What's your last name? She looks off and see the Force ghost of Luke and Leia. She looks at the woman and says, Skywalker. And then it goes off. So Rey Skywalker. So if you read the leaks, everything in the leaks, at least the leaks that I read, was true. Everything. Absolutely true. I do believe that the first cut of this movie probably was completely unwatchable. And it was cut, recut. They probably added all the comedy, added the callbacks. And this is what George Lucas probably did. They brought him in. This is the final cut that we got. It's supposed to be from Lucas. With Lucas's help to make it watchable. Which it was watchable. It wasn't trash. You know, it was so rushed. It was extremely rushed. Because they were trying to because they want to be done with this. And to be honest, if this movie didn't have any of the Skywalker elements in it, this probably would have been a good movie. Because I was enjoying the banter between Finn and Poe, you know, C-3PO's comedy, the action scenes. If it would have had nothing to do with like the Skywalker aspect of it, it probably would have been a good movie. To be honest, it probably would have. If you just make this like a standalone, I'm anxious to see where they go with the standalone Star Wars movies that are completely separate of the Star Wars or the Skywalker saga. I think with the right directors and the right writers, that could end up being a good movie. Because this is now done. No more Skywalker. I don't want to hear about Skywalker anything anymore if George Lucas isn't directly involved with it. I want it to be done and dead and over. So hopefully we can move on from this. And we knew it wasn't going to be the best. We just wanted it to be over and wanted it not to be too cringe. I'm pretty sure more people are going to kill it more than me because I'm not a huge Star Wars fanatic like some people are. So go check their stuff out too, like Nerd Star Wars Girl, these other people who are probably they're gonna go way harder than I am on this. To me, I didn't think it was trash. Because I would tell you if it was trash. It wasn't trash. It just wasn't real good. It's watchable. Good popcorn movie. But you will cringe a lot. But if you're just a casual fan who just be watching, you're probably gonna like it. But if you're anybody who really knows about this franchise and this series, then you will catch the things that'll make you scratch your head and go, wow. Oh, and I'd even say one of the other cringy, like I said, pretty much everything Rey does in this movie is cringe. There's a scene where Chewie looks like he's getting blown up or he's getting taken away. Rey's trying to stop the ship and taking off with force power because she can do that now. She was struggling to even lift things before, but now she can hold a whole starship or craft from taking off with force power now. Kylo comes and they're like doing a tug of war with this ship that Chewie's on. And they're doing it together. Apparently she gets so angry at Kylo trying to stop her from doing this that she ends up shooting like force lightning, Sith lightning at the ship and blows the ship up with lightning out of her fingers. Exactly. But it's over. We can move on and let's watch The Mandalorian because it's better than this movie. So there's that. But yeah, so apparently Jedi can heal wounds and bring people back from the dead now. So how come Jedi even died in the first place if they can do this ability? But yeah, that's neither here or there. Me, my social medias down at the bottom. That notification bell up in the corner. Check out some of my other videos. Until then, peace, grease.